Hello, everyone. Hello, everyone. Um, I am going live because I, um, I just want to inspire. I just want to inspire. I am here to inspire, and I will be combing my hair while I inspire. Um, you know, this world is not a bad world. The people in this world make things tough, right? The people in this world make things tough. And I am here to give encouragement. I am here to inspire. And that's what I'm going to do. I'm going to talk to this camera like there is 500 people present. And I hope that I can inspire somebody, a mom to keep going, a father to keep going. Um, I hope that I can inspire someone to not give up because that's what it's about. I don't want no one to give up. Don't give up. I don't want you to give up. Um, that's not what this is about. And if I can inspire anybody to keep going and not give up, that's what this life is about because we never know what anybody is going through. And my channel is about not giving up. My channel is to inspire people. That's what my channel is for. And that's why I'm going live because I need for people to know that you matter. You matter. And you are loved. You deserve peace. Hence my name, MyaPeace. I am protecting my peace at all costs. I am protecting my peace, and I am going to talk about faith and personal growth. So when you find, how do you find strength in hard times? How do you find strength in hard times? Well, you you pull back on um the lessons that you have, the trials and tribulations that you have been through before. That's how you find the strength in hard times. You've been here before. And so you pray and you ask God for guidance, you ask God for strength, and guess what? You get that strength. You get that strength to get through whatever it is that you're going through. Now, the the weapons that are formed, it never said that the weapons would not be formed. They will be formed, but they won't prosper. And you just pull back on the strength that you have from previous um, situations. So, how do you find strength in hard times? Well, like I said, you pray and ask for strength. What are hard times? Well, let's just say that I'm going to take myself for an example. Or let's just say somebody um, is in nursing school, right? They're in nursing school and um, they do everything they need to pass every single class, every single course, right? And their motto is C equals RN, meaning whatever grade it is, C equals RN. Because if you get a D, you're out of the program, right? If you get a D, you're out of the program. So if they've made it all the way through the program, he or she knows that they have what it takes to be a nurse, right? But if you get to taking that test to take that NCLEX, and let's just say you don't pass, let's say you fail your NCLEX the first time that you take it. Well, I'm pretty sure that there's a time that you were in nursing school that you had to study for a test that you um, weren't so sure of, that you weren't so sure of as far as passing. So you go back, you use that muscle memory to go back. Okay, what did I do to get through that time? What did I do to get through the time when, I was in, GI, or when I was in, you know, um, anatomy and physiology? What did I do? Okay, that's what you need to do to study. Whatever it was that you did before, do it again. You pull back, you pull back from that muscle memory, and you apply it to that situation. And so you don't give up. You didn't give up before. So why would you give up now just because just because it's a different situation? You don't give up. You don't ever give up. We don't give that to the enemy. We don't give up. Giving up is not an option. It's not an option. We do not give up. We do not give up under any circumstance. We do not give up. And so that's where you push through, and you just keep going, right? Okay. So the power of faith and hope. All right. Um you carry That's why the Bible say you always stay prayed up. Why? Because God knows that we're gonna always go through situations and come to situations where you may not be able to pray. I remember a time I couldn't pray. I don't know what it was, but I remember it was a time where I just really could not pray. I could not pray. For whatever reason, all I could say was Jesus. That's all I could say. And so, but my prayers before that situation came up, my prayers were stored up. And I thank God for that, you know? Um, Starting over at any age, don't let nobody tell you that you can't start over. You can. Do you want to? No. Because we feel like, I done put all this time and energy in this thing and this job and this person and whatever it is, but it's not serving you well, right? It's not helping you, it's not benefiting you. So why are you staying there? Why? Because you're scared to start over. And I get it. Trust me, I get it. It's hard to start over. It's hard to start over when you have been doing something for so long, when you have been doing something for 20 years, when you have been doing something for 10 years, when you have been doing something for 5 months, you seem like, you feel like, I don't want to waste what I have done. I don't want to waste the ground that I have covered. And I get it. I get it. I totally get it. But don't allow the enemy to trick you out of your future, your blessing, if where you are is not serving you. Just remember that you are not too old to go back to school. You are not too old to start a new career. I knew a lady when I was in nursing school. She was an accountant for so many years, I think 2 decades, for 20 years. And she wanted to be a nurse. She went back to nursing school. And I thought that was so cool because she could. And I don't believe she had children. Um, but she went back to nursing school because she wanted to go back to nursing school. And I thought that was just so cool to have somebody starting off, because I had never seen that before. I had never seen anybody starting over later in life. But I learned from there, it is never too late. My husband just got his GED. You can see some videos that I posted that my husband just got his GED, and he's in his his 40s. He's closer to 50 than he is 40. And I think that is so cool. That is so amazing that he had his support system to be able to go back to get his high school education. That's the key. You got to have a support system. And sometimes you may not have a support system. So, and if you don't, you can find it in people who you don't even know. You'll find that strangers will support you sometimes quicker than your own flesh and blood will, quicker than people who you've known for so long will. You'll find that strangers will help support your cause more than your mother will, your sister will, your brother will, your aunt will. And that's okay. That is okay. That is okay. If people who you don't even know support you more than the people who really do know you, that's okay. Don't get discouraged. Count it all joy. Count it all joy. If people, that are not in your neighborhood, that is not in your city, that is not in your state, support you more than people who are under your same roof, or people who are is in your same town or city do. Don't count it out. Don't count them out. Just take it as, okay, Lord, I see what you're doing. I see exactly what you're doing. And I thank you. You thank him. Thank him for the no's. I had and she's passed away now because my students told me that she had passed away. But I had a lady when she was the dean of students. I will not say university or anything, but she was the dean of students. And I went to her for guidance because I was brand new. Now, mind you, I didn't have a mother. My mother had passed away, and I didn't have anybody that could give me academic advice on what I should do. So I was trusting the school. And this particular lady, when I went to her, she looked at me and she said, if I were you, I wouldn't even apply. You know how that broke me? That broke me. That broke me. That broke me. That broke me. However, God had his hands on me. And I still obtained my nursing degree. I did it a different way. I didn't get it through the university the first time. I went to a community college and I got my associates. Then I went back and got my bachelor's, and now I have my master's. I did it a different way, but that doesn't mean that there's anything wrong with my path. Everybody's path is different. Don't allow nobody to make you feel like your path has to look like their path, because it doesn't. Your path does not have to look like nobody else's path. Your path will be different. And it's okay for your path to be different. I should have gotten there's a thing that I could just whoop, 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 and put these beads on. But it's okay for your path to be different. It really is. And because your path is this different, that's what makes me unique, because my path is different. And your path will be different, and that makes you unique. And so I'm grateful for the path that I am on, because my path, like I say, don't look like nobody else's path. And it's not supposed to look like nobody else's path. It's not. It's not supposed to look like his path, her path, their path. It's not supposed to look like nobody's path. I'm grateful for my path. I haven't always felt that way, but I had to accept the path that I was on, because if not, I would have keep taking the test over and over and over again. And I don't want to take this test over again. I'm learning from the test that I'm in. Lessons from failure. You learn so much more from failing than you do from succeeding, because when you fail at something, you know not to do that again. You know not to do that again. For example, take a hot stove, right? If you take a hot stove and somebody says, "Hey, that stove is hot, but you got a hard head." You got a hard head. And you go over there and you touch that stove. Right? It's gonna burn. Right? You didn't believe, or you didn't understand what they were saying when they said that that stove was hot or that fire was hot. You had to see for yourself. It don't look that hot. It don't look that hot, but when you touched it, was hot. When you see another stove in another house, you're not gonna go touch that stove, because you're gonna correlate that stove with pain, failure. You're not gonna do it again. You know what I'm saying? That's not a good example of failure. Let's just say the young lady that took her NCLEX. When she failed the first time, she started Christmas treeing in um the letters. Because she started Christmas treeing them in because she thought she was running out of time. Why was she running out of time? She wasn't prepared. She didn't prepare. So when she took it the second time, she had not prepared between the time she failed it and the time she took it again. She had prepared. So she wasn't worried about the time. She wasn't worried about the time that the test, the NCLEX, was given. She didn't worry about the time, and she passed. So failure can be a lesson that is taught to you if you ask God, Lord, what's the lesson in this? And you can learn from it. So gratitude changes everything. I'm finna eat a piece of gum. When I wake up in the morning, before my feet hit the floor, I'm thanking God for his grace and mercy. I am thanking God for his grace and mercy. There is 0 people in this right now, but I'm talking like I have 500 people. Why? Because somebody somewhere will come across this video. Somebody needs to hear this. And I am enjoying this journey. I am enjoying this journey. I'm grateful. I had to get to 50 subscribers in order to go live. And now I think currently today I have 67 subscribers. But one day I'm going to have that 1,000. One day I'm going to have 500,000. And I'm going to look back at this video and I'm going to see myself saying, there's nobody on watching me right now. And that's okay. But I am grateful. I'm showing gratitude because I know that it's going to be jam-packed with people wanting to hear what I have to say. I am enjoying this journey. And so when I get up in the morning, I thank God for his grace and mercy and getting me through the night, getting my children through the night, getting my family through the night. You have to be grateful. You have to have, a grateful heart to your higher, to God. I'm not going to say higher power, to God. Just thank him. Right? That's all you have to do. Thank God. Right? Sometimes, and school is getting back into session. Sometimes you feel like giving up. Mamas, don't give up. Your babies need you. Your babies need you. You don't give up. Don't you ever give up. I'm here to give you inspiration, and if I need to do this every day, that's what I'm gonna do. Don't you ever give up. Don't ever give up. Those babies need you. Trust me, I know. I lost my mother at a young age. Do not give up. You know, this may be the toughest season of your life, but guess what? You done been here before. If you take a let's think about a time in your life when you was about to give, when you didn't think you was even gonna make it. Think about a time in your life where you did not think that you was gonna make it. What happened? You still here, right? You still here. You are still here. You didn't think you was gonna make it. You didn't think you was gonna make it. Touch yourself. Feel your face. Feel your eyes. Feel your arms. Feel your nose. Feel your mouth. You are still here. Touch your heart. Can you feel it beating? You're still here. You're still alive, is what I'm trying to say. You're still here. You didn't think you was gonna make it. You didn't think you was gonna make it out of that relationship. You didn't think you was gonna make it out of that house. You didn't think you was gonna make it off the operating table. You didn't think you was gonna make it through that treatment. You didn't think you was gonna make it from off that bridge. You didn't think you was gonna make it from out of that institution. You didn't think that you was gonna make it from off that mountain. You didn't think you was gonna make it, but you're still here. You can't give up. Don't ever give up. Do not give up. Sometimes you have to turn pain into a testimony because we are overcome by one another's testimony. Now, I'm a big believer. I don't speak on anything I haven't been through. And I don't want to speak on anything from somebody else that they've been through. But if you can think of something in your life that caused you a lot of pain, think about it. Somebody else went through it. Somebody else is going through it. If you have the courage to talk to somebody, and maybe they'll be like, you know what? I went through the same thing. How did you get through it? That can help that sister or brother get through the same thing. And I'm not saying sister or brother as far as color. It's sister and brother in Christ. I don't care what color you is. It can help your sister or brother get through something that could be catastrophic for them. But if they know that you went through the same thing, guess what? Now they got something to pull from. They got something to help them, somebody to help them get through a situation that they didn't think that would make it through. They have you. Small steps equal big changes. So when you have sometimes if I just sit here, I ain't going nowhere. Let me pull my chair. If I just sit here, I'm not going anywhere. I'm not going in, but I'm dreaming, okay, you know what? I want to get over there to the door. But if I'm sitting and don't move, I'll never get to that door. And you got people talking, but they still sitting in the chair. All you got to do is get up. Take one step at a time. Small steps equals big changes. Because guess what? Them people still going to be sitting in the chair. But you're going to be walking to the door. Excuse me, you're going to be walking to the door, right? And eventually, you're going to get to that door. Eventually, you're going to get to that door, right? Eventually. and they still gonna be sitting there in that chair. You got to think positive, right? Positive thinking, it moves you no matter what. If you're thinking positive, right? If you're thinking positive, right? If you're thinking positive, um, then your actions will follow. If you're thinking positive, positive actions will follow. If you're thinking negative, guess what? Negative actions will follow, right? So the power of positive thinking is very important. Your past, baby boy, baby girl, does not define you. You know, sometimes people want to hold you to your past and be like, I remember when you used to do this. I remember when you used to talk like that. I don't do that now. I don't talk like that now. And if you care about me, if you love me, if you care about, seeing me grow, you're going to leave that in the past. If not, cut them off. If they can't see that you've made a change for the better, you don't need them. You don't. Deuces. Deuces. But I just came on here to share those things with you because I felt led to. I felt led to. So I hope that somebody got some inspiration out of this. If you have, go ahead and leave a comment below. Go ahead and subscribe if you want to hear more or see more of me getting on, because I'm telling you, you are going to want to be a part of this journey. I am enjoying the process. I am enjoying the process of me going through from 0 subscribers to that 500,000 subscribers. I'm very ambitious. And you're going to look back and you be like, you know what? I commented on her post, or I commented on her channel back in 2025. I'm telling you. But God bless. God bless everyone. God bless.